Hello, my name's Eleanor Tingle. I'm the Dean for Welfare at St Peter's, and I'm going to spend a few minutes talking to you about the welfare support available at St Peter's College. We're fortunate at Peter's that we have a very strong staff welfare team, which is supported by student supporters of welfare as well. And we also are situated very close to the University Counselling Service, the Disability Advisory Service, and the college GP practice. All of those are within a 5-minute walk of the college, very easy to get to. So I'll just talk through to begin with the staff support that's available to you. Firstly, myself, as Dean for Welfare, I lead the welfare team at Peter's. I provide direct support to students as well as signposting you to any help which may be useful. I have an open door policy, so once you're on site and you find my room, which is on staircase 4, you can drop in at any time and talk to me about problems great or small. I'd much prefer to hear about small problems that before they become big, and often practical things I can sort out very quickly through calling a tutor perhaps or somebody else on the college staff and just resolving an issue as it arises, which can be very useful. For bigger things, more difficult things, I can listen, I can provide support myself, and I will signpost to the counselling service. I can help you refer yourself to the counselling service if you wish, or to the local GP, or to others on the welfare team. So the joy of my job is listening to students, and I look forward to seeing all the new students every Michaelmas term as they arrive and welcoming them on site. My background is that I'm a music psychotherapist. That's a profession that I've been part of for a very long time. And within that role, I've worked with individuals having mental health issues, situated both in the community and within educational and health establishments. I work very closely with 2 welfare officers. Our welfare officers are DPhil students who live on site. They are trained to listen and provide support to students, and if you wanted to talk to them as people who are students at the moment, and that may be really helpful, they are able to provide emergency on-call support overnight. So if there's an absolute emergency overnight, you're invited to phone the Porter's Lodge, and the lodge simply calls the duty welfare officer who will come and support you in whatever the crisis is. We have a college nurse who provides the health support, Kate Tempest. Kate is on site every weekday for a couple of hours, and she's able to link very closely with the local GP practice, which she's a part of. So if you have any physical difficulties, she's able to provide on-site support for those, and also to advise you on how to tackle things and who to see in the longer term if that's needed. For financial advice, we have Katie Pullen-Rowland, who's part of our finance team. Katie can provide guidance, and she can help you if you want to apply for hardship funding to support your time here. She can talk through how to do that and lead you through the process. And if you just get in a muddle with your finances, which some students do, you can take it all to her and she will help you to budget and to clarify ways of dealing with the funds that you have. Our chaplain is Reverend Dr. Elizabeth Pick-Hethley. Elizabeth is our link to all faiths across the city and is very open and able in terms of supporting both herself and signposting to those who run other faith communities in the area. She is on site at least 2 days a week, and we have evensong on a Thursday in full term, and Sunday services on in full term as well. So in terms of the external services that we link with, the most obvious ones are Jericho Health Centre, which is the college doctor's practice. We ask that before you come, all students register with the college doctor's practice. The reason being is that however good your current GP is, the Jericho Health Centre is close by, and perhaps more importantly, the doctors really understand the pressures of Oxford University coursework, exam pressures, and other issues. They're very good at supporting students throughout their courses if they have difficulties which need medical intervention. And they also understand the need for sometimes providing evidence to support students who have mitigating circumstances because of a physical difficulty. So it's well worth registering with them before you come. The University Counselling Service is, as I say, very close to the college. They can usually see people very quickly. There's a maximum wait of 2 weeks in the busiest points of term time. And they offer a variety of styles of counselling. They look at what your particular issues are and advise you in a way specific to those. If you have a specific learning disability or perhaps ongoing mental health issues, then you will be in touch with the Disability Advisory Service, and they are the people who help you to put together a student support plan, which with your permission and only with your permission is circulated to your tutors. So if you have a specific learning disability, such as dyslexia or dyspraxia, ADHD perhaps, they will work with you to put together a plan which informs your tutors as the best way of supporting you. Similarly, if you have mental health issues which impact your academic work, a support plan can be put together to advise tutors and to look at different exam arrangements for you to better help you. And I can advise or signpost you to any other agencies as required for whatever issues you find you need. In terms of student support, we have peer supporters, and actually I've put JCR there, but we have peer supporters in both the junior and middle common rooms, so both undergraduate and graduate peer supporters. Peer supporters are students who've chosen to undertake a training in active listening and how to be with people when they are upset and how to signpost them. So if you want to talk to somebody who is in a similar situation to you, you're more your age, then they are available. Sometimes they can sort things out without having to signpost on, but for any welfare issues, they will signpost on to the staff welfare team. The college parent system is a very strong system as well. It's run by the JCR, and each fresher, each first year who comes is put in touch with 2 students in the second year. You'll be put in touch with those 2 students usually before you arrive here, and one of those students will be studying what you are studying. So they have first-hand and very clear experience of the kind of issues that you may struggle with during your first term or your first year. And actually those college parent relationships often last throughout students' time here, and is a very successful way of ensuring that there's an immediate link, immediate embedding with the wider student body, and with all sorts of practical and social details that staff may not be so well equipped to support you with. Finally, we have a strong animal support team as part of the welfare team. We have an increasing number of welfare dogs coming onto site. Usually at the moment we have Scott, who is there by himself, coming in once a term for, you can throw the ball for him, give him pats, and he's always very excited to see students. And we have Lottie and Rue, who are there in the middle, who will come on. You may be able to go for a short walk with them around college or outside college with their owner. And they also love to meet students. And we have our college tortoise, Aris Turtle, who lives on site during term time. She is on Insta if you want to follow that link, and she enters the intercollegiate tortoise race on behalf of St Peter's each year. She hasn't won recently. She is swift of foot, as it says there, but tends to go in a circle rather than a straight line. So further training is needed for Aristotle. And finally, if you want any further information, we have the welfare section of the college website that you can look at, and I've put the link there. Or any specific questions, please email me, Eleanor Tingle at spc.ots.act.uc, and I'd be really pleased to hear from you. Thank you so much for listening, and I look forward to seeing as many of you as possible, we hope, at the beginning of Michaelmas term.